peak of the arch. It's 18 feet high. Problem is my loader only lifts 10 feet high. So I'm gonna make a jib boom. Some scrap steel. I'm gonna mount the winch on the back there. I got a 4,500 pound winch. a 4,500 pound winch. I have an old pulley from a much larger winch, just with a pin through it. You pop the cotter pin out, pulley comes out, you put your cable up, put the pulley back in. So you change the cable out. A hook on the bottom to use a snatch block, so we don't snap a cable, but I don't think it comes anywhere near lifting anything heavy enough to snap the cable, but it makes it a little bit easier for the winch. Hand remote came with a little light. I can just throw the wire over and use it while I'm sitting on the machine, or when I come off and hooking up to something. Just use the hand remote. These plates were originally welded to the back of the machine. You couldn't remove them, but I cut it off and I put a little hook on the back so it hooks on and off. I can remove it or put it back on. A little hand winch to winch it up, winch it off, and winch it back on. There's a circuit breaker that came with the winch, or just a 12-volt circuit breaker, little breaker boxes. And that's pretty much it. Did some really good welds on there. Well, I didn't knock the slag off yet, but I can't paint it anyway. Even though that's a narrow piece of metal, it's still pretty thick. I think it's about a 1/4 inch, maybe a little bit thicker steel. So even though it's narrow, it shouldn't, unless the load really gets swinging, I don't think it's going to bend. So, but something I have to watch. And that's it. 4,500 pound winch, snatch block, really good welds, and a pulley on the end. Tested it out with that old bucket. That bucket probably weighs about 400 pounds, so that's more than good enough to lift and raise the arch sections, so it should be good. When the loader's up as high as it can go, it'll lift something to 19 feet. So it's a little over 19 feet to the pulley at the end when it's raised up. The loader lifts 10 feet, and with the jib boom it reaches 19 feet. I debated whether cutting this and angling it up, but I like having the winch on the forks, just so I can pull something ahead if I have to, and then winch it up close and then lift it with the forks. But really should have it in line with the cable if pulling something really heavy. Nice safety chain so it doesn't slide off the forks. A small chain, and I welded a half a S hook on there. You just go around, hook it on the S hook.